The holidays are quickly approaching, and today I've got 5 games and 5 non-game gifts that I think would be great for a board gamer in your life. Hey, it's Jared from Specifically Solo. For all of the games I'm going to be featuring, all of them can be played solo. Some of them can only be played solo. And for the non-game gifts, I think all of them work well for a solo gamer too. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to go over the games first and then the non-game gifts for the holidays. So starting with the games, I'm going to go from small to big in terms of the games that I've selected for this video. And starting with the smallest and also the cheapest games on the list, and those are button shy wallet games like Food Chain Island. This is a great solo-only game from Scott Almes. And Button Shy, their thing is they put all of their games in these little wallets. They're all little card games, and they work really well as a stocking stuffer, or if you want to get an inexpensive option for somebody. Another one that I really also like is Sprawlopolis. This is really highly regarded in the solo community and is also a great solo game, and they just came out with kind of a successor to this in Casinoopolis, but Button Shy games are really great for a solo gamer in your life. The next game I'm featuring is a flip and write, and this one is very popular as well, very easy to find, and was one of the first flip and write games that I ever got, and that is Cartographers from Thunderworks Games. In this game, you are drawing a map, and there's going to be different cards that you're going to be flipping up, and then drawing those patterns on your map and trying to score the most points possible. The solo mode is really easy, and it uses the goal cards that are in the game, so the score that you have to try to achieve is different every single time. It's really simple, but it makes the solo game different every time that you play. I've played this one so much. There's tons of different maps for this as well. If you find that you really enjoy it, you can get more map packs, which are relatively inexpensive. They also have an app as well for you to play Cartographers. You can play it too on Board Game Arena, but I think the physical game is really, really good. If you want to increase your gift a little bit, make it even a little bit more special, get them a pack of colored pencils to go with this one, and that'll really amp this up too. So Cartographers, the next game on the list. The next game on my list is from 25th Century Games. It is another solo-only game, and that is Witchcraft. Witchcraft is another card game in which you have these witches. You have to decide if you're going to play them on their hidden or revealed side for their benefits. And if you play them on the hidden side, they go back into your deck. You can use them again. If you play them on the revealed side, they are done for the rest of the game. And this one's really fun because there's a whole book of missions as well that you can play. Kind of not particularly a campaign, but probably does work best if you play them in order, how you can play them as one-offs as well. So that's included, or you could just play the base game too. There's a lot of game in this little box, and this one will keep you busy for a while. So that's Witchcraft from 25th Century Games. Okay, we're getting a little bit bigger in size here, but this one is still not that difficult, and also is one of my favorite cozy games where I just want to kind of play something, but not have to put a lot of thought into it, but still feel like I had a good, meaningful experience, and that one is Dorfromantik. This is from Pegasus. This is a tile laying game where you are trying to create kind of certain patterns, and this one also has a campaign as well, but the campaign is really, really easy to manage. It's not difficult at all. This is a very simple rule set too in this one. This is a great cozy game, one that I really enjoy playing solo, especially when I like have some music on, or maybe I'm just like watching something on TV in the background. Very, very simple game, but one that I enjoy a lot, and also a lot of replayability here because you can progress through the campaign and try and get different tiles and things that will unlock as you go throughout the campaign. There's these boxes that come in the boxes, well, tuck boxes, and you unlock them at certain points in the campaign, and you get to add more stuff into the game. So this one is a lot of fun, and I think is great for a solo gamer. Also works well for a group, but I think solo gaming, this one is a really great one. That's Dorfromantik. Okay, the biggest game on this list is one that came out pretty recently. This is very involved. This is pretty heavy, but if you've got somebody in your life that enjoys those types of games and wants a really big, meaty experience, then I would recommend SETI from CGE. This one came out earlier this year. is one of, or maybe late last year, it's one of my favorite games that I've played this year. SETI, you are searching for extraterrestrial intelligence, like the box suggests. You have these alien species that are going to come into the game. There's a ton of different stuff going on in this game, and if you look at this is very involved from the back here with the board and your cards. You've got these multi-use cards and some other things that are happening throughout the course of the game, but the solo mode is really, really easy to run and to operate. And so that's one thing that I appreciate about SETI is even though that it is a big game, the solo mode is really not too much extra work to play with in SETI. Also works great as a multiplayer game, but I love it solo. And so that is my 5th game suggestion for this list. That's SETI. So the 5 games, just to recap, I guess it was technically 6. I had Sprawlopolis, Food Chain Island, Cartographers, Witchcraft, Dorfromantik, and SETI. So now let's switch to the non-game gifts. Maybe you've got somebody in your life and they have so many games and you're like, I don't need to get them another game. 1, I don't know if they're going to like it. And 2, I don't know, maybe they already have this game because they have tons of games. So if that's the case, I've got some suggestions for you. The first item on the list is going to be a board game bag. This one is from Board Game Tables, which is now All Play. This is great. If you have a game group that you go to, if you have like a family board game night, if you've got to take your games places, a board game bag is a really great gift. You can fit a lot of games in this bag. It's very high quality. It's very durable. It won't rip or tear or anything like that. And it's a much easier way to transport your games than just like walking into somebody's house and being like, well, here's all the games I brought tonight. I'm about to fall over because I'm holding all of them. So that's a really great one. If somebody in your life doesn't have a board game bag yet, then definitely I would say a board game bag is a great gift. It also works well for a solo gamer. Even if you're playing particularly solo, I find myself, needing to transport games a lot to various places. And so if I'm doing that, if I'm taking them to my family's house for like a game day or something like that, the board game bag always comes in handy. The next suggestion is a little bit cheaper, and that is just some like component trays. Somebody got me these. I don't know exactly what company these are from, but this is like you can roll dice in here, or you can just put like little components for a game in here as well while you're playing. It's got a felt bottom, so that makes it really great. Stuff doesn't move around or go anywhere on the table. The other thing that works really well, and you can get these from the dollar store if you want like a really cheap stocking stuffer, are these little like plastic cups, and they have lids as well, but you can put little components in here or like money for games or things like that. That also helps them just stay organized on the table. If you've got a big game with a lot of stuff and you're having a bunch of components that you've got to keep out, these come in really handy for me. My next suggestion is one that's going to be a little bit bigger, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's underneath my filming area right now, but that is a playmat. I also have one from All Play. It's really, really nice. It's pretty heavy, and it's going to help with things like picking up cards. It also just keeps things neat and nice on the table. Things don't slide around as much with a playmat. I didn't think I needed one for the longest time. I've been playing board games for a while now, and I didn't get a playmat until this year, but it really upgraded my experience. Even when playing solo, I really enjoy the playmat, especially, like I said, for games that have a lot of cards. It just helps things not slip around too much. So that would be my next suggestion on the list, is a playmat. My next one is another quality of life improvement for board gaming, and that is from Board Butler. So Board Butler, what they do is they make these little clips, and they can go on your game boards, and what they help do is the game board to lay flat on the table. You probably have a game or a couple of games where it's like the board folds and then it's got this weird like crease in it, or if you've got a brand new game, sometimes that happens before it's kind of laid out for a while. This helps with that, keeps everything flat on the table. These are very simple. All they do is they just slide into the sides of the board game board. They won't damage the board at all, but they work really, really well. It's like such a simple thing that is just executed like at a level. And so that would be another another suggestion. These are relatively inexpensive as well. They come in this nice little storage bag. You get a bunch in the bag, more than you would need probably, and enough to, like, even if you have a really big game board, it's going to fit all the connections, and you'll be able to kind of just slide them right in there, and it helps everything lay flat. So that's another great one. These are, again, from Board Butler, those little board game clips for the board. And my final suggestion for the non-game list is going to be the BG Stats app. This one is a couple of bucks in the App Store, so you could just get them a gift card to the App Store if they were interested in this one. But I love this app. This is probably my most commonly used app for board gaming, and BG Stats can kind of keep track of everything. It syncs up with Board Game Geek, so it can import your collection of games if you've been keeping them up to date on Board Game Geek. Can import that for you. It can show you your most played games. It can show you games that you own that you haven't played. It can show you how many games you've played in a particular month. You can set up challenges in the app as well. That costs a couple of extra bucks, but the app is just really well done. You can really dive deep into your statistics. If you're somebody that likes data, likes to know like what your win percentage is, wants to know the last time you played a particular game, anything like that, the BG Stats app is great. It helps me identify games that I've had in my collection for a while that maybe I haven't played. You can also sort them by, best player count. You can sort them by the rating on BGG. So if you're like, maybe I have a really highly rated game that I haven't played, I want to start there. You can set up really cool challenges. You can tag stuff if you get that expansion for the app. The tagging feature lets you tag things like, I've got this game in a particular area, if I'm storing it like in a different part of my house, or maybe a storage unit or something like that. If you've got games that you want to make sure that you play solo, or that you play with a certain number of people, or that you play at a game night or whatever, you can tag the games with that too. It's just a really fantastic app, one that I find myself using a lot, and it's relatively inexpensive. So it's great if you just get somebody like a $15 App Store gift card, then they could download the app, which I think is $5.99 or $6.99, and then get some of the little expansions, which I think are well worth it. The developer is constantly updating the app. There's like updates, it feels like every week or two, with like new cool features that have been added in and included. So that is another suggestion for you, the BG Stats app. So there you go. Hopefully that'll help for gift giving this year for the holidays. You've got some game suggestions. You've got some non-game suggestions. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Hopefully that helps you out. Until next time, I'm Jared. You've been checking out Specifically Solo.